What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Fearless Fly 100. I'm out here a little bit on home time and gonna talk to you a little bit about everything after the exam, and after passing the exam, what all took place. So after the exam and everything, they filed all my paperwork and got everything ready to go. And it was about a day later that the fleet manager got a hold of me, and he was going to hook me up with a trainer. So about a day later, trainer messaged me and called me and told me where he was, and the best thing for me to do was to head back to San Antonio. Okay, so I called my buddy up, Kyle, who brought me to Springfield, and asked him, what would be the best route to go, and he told me that best thing to do would be to fly back home from Springfield to San Antonio, because with him driving all the way back down to San Antonio and then coming back with hotel and food and all that is going to be more expensive than my flight from Springfield to San Antonio. So he gave me some recommendations and things of that nature. I was able to get a plane ticket and be able to get on a plane pretty much the same day. So I thought. So here's a little bit video that I shot at the airport about what all took place. So I made my reservations for a flight out of Springfield to go back down to Texas. I am at the airport. It's still only my second time flying. And I am at the airport in Springfield, had everything booked and ready to go, went through security, and looked up and saw that my flight was canceled. Yeah, it's not my second time, remember. So went back to the desk and everything, got a notice on my phone showing they rebooked it for Sunday. I was like, let's go check on the counter, see what they can do. And yeah, this is Friday, and so they rebooked it for Sunday. So I'm gonna get my luggage and we're gonna head to Joplin from here. So as you can see, or as you've heard on the video, that things didn't go exactly how things that I thought would go. Yeah, at the airport, I checked in and everything and checked all my luggage and things of that nature, and the flight was canceled there on Friday and had to be rebooked for Sunday. Luckily, I had a few days to spare to get to San Antonio, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So I told Kyle about everything, and we went back to Joplin, back to his place. I stayed there for a few days and just hung out with him and his wife, and helped him out with a few things around his place as well. Then finally Sunday, we went back to the airport, and everything went like it should. I checked in again, went through the airport, went through security, and made it down to the gate. Luckily, with Springfield Airport, it's not a huge airport like San Antonio or LAX or Chicago or Atlanta, all these big airports. I could go from the front door of the airport all the way to the gates and be there in about half an hour. I mean, you can actually, you can probably see through the door and see all the way down through the airport, and you can see the gates that were to board the planes and everything, which I thought was pretty cool on that part. It's my only second time flying, so having a good experience about all that is pretty cool. So I boarded the plane. Whenever it was time to board the plane and everything, I was excited. I was excited because it was only the second time that I've flown, and I sat on an end seat, not near the window, but towards the aisle and towards the back, like the second or maybe the last row towards the back, which put me back behind the engines of the airplane. I found out while we were flying, it's a little noisier behind the engines of the airplane while flying. But anyways, before we took off, I'll tell you this one little story that happened, because I haven't flown, since before 9/11 and all that. And I whipped my camera out, and I didn't even notice, where everybody was at. I whipped my phone out and to take a picture of the cabin, just facing forward. And the flight attendant, I think her name was Patricia or something like that. She goes, sir, you can't do that. You can't you can't do that. I was like, oh, okay. She goes, what are you doing that for? I was like, oh, this is all for, for my YouTube channel for content and things of that nature, but I'll delete it and, you don't have to. She goes, well, after 9/11, you remember 9/11, things changed and this, that, and I said, yeah, I remember 9/11. She goes, things change and you can't do that on the plane and this, that, and the other. I was like, okay, I understand. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I get caught by the by the flight attendant doing that, and there's a lot of other things too that was kind of interesting while on the plane. So when I took off from Springfield, we landed in Dallas. Dallas was about a few hour layover there, and it wasn't actually too bad arriving in Dallas. Of course, it was hot there in Dallas, but I didn't get off or didn't go outside or anything like that. So I got off in Dallas and waited a few hours and went to go check where my gate that I'm supposed to go, which was only a few gates down from where I got off. And while I was there, I had some lunch. They have a whole bunch of places there in Dallas Airport that you can go and get food at. Now, I checked out a few places and a few things to eat, and one place that caught my eye was a place called Smash Burger. Yeah, I'd never heard of that place. I've never ran across places like that by that name. So I decided to try it, and on the menu they had a turkey burger there, and so I got me a turkey burger, tater tots, and a drink. There being at the airport, it came out to like $18 for everything. But I tell you what, if you ever go through Dallas Airport, go to Smash Burger and try the turkey burger, the small turkey burger that they have, along with the tater tots. Now the tater tots are not just your plain Jane tater tots like you get, at Sonic or anywhere else. These tater tots had a little bit of flavor to them. They put a little bit of olive oil and some other spices on those tater tots. So if you want some really good tater tots or something different, I suggest you try Smash Burger and their tater tots whenever you're flying through and using Dallas Airport. Just a recommendation. You don't have to. But anyways, so after we left Dallas, it was a couple hours later, and we flew back home to San Antonio. So probably all in all, it's probably from Springfield to San Antonio, probably about, 4 or 5 hours by the time I got back to San Antonio. So that's how that part went on getting back to San Antonio and from Springfield and my trip from there. If you got any questions, concerns, complaints, just let me know. Drop them down in the comments at the bottom, and I do read all of the comments. Hope everybody is well. Hope everybody is safe. Hope everybody is enjoying the weather despite the heat. Yeah, it's been kind of hot here down here in San Antonio since I've been home. It's warmed up quite a bit, so I'm taking advantage of the cooler weather here right now in the morning to be able to put a video together. Like I said, hope everybody is well, hope everybody is safe, and I will catch y'all in the next video.